are now at our last question, number 14, and it's asking you to review things like domain, range, and linear functions. So as I looked at the graph, I noticed that some of the numbers were really small to read. So what I chose to do is up here on the board for you, write them as ordered pairs. So kind of look along the bottom. Do you see number 14? Would you go up on the line and notice that that looks like about a 273? Head on over down to 18. 18 to me looks approximately about a 520. Maybe you thought it was a 530. It's all okay. Just take the numbers as best you can. Now, when you're looking at these graphs, keep in mind domain and range. Domain is supposed to be which letters? They're supposed to be the x values. And remember, in a point, the x is the one that's written first. What's the range supposed to be? The range is supposed to be the y values. That would be the number that's written second. So if they ask you to list or say, what is the domain? You're supposed to write D or domain, and then you're supposed to open up a little bracket and put all of the domain values. So in the list of points that I gave you, what are those domains or those x values? They would be the numbers 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Would you agree those are the numbers between 13 and 19? So interval notation would have you writing it like this. 13, 19. That's what interval notation would look like. Now we talk about range. Range is asking you specifically for those dots. So in this specific range, we would write 229, 273, 341, 495, 593, 520, and 642. Oftentimes kids say, do they have to be in order? No. We just don't want to repeat any of the same numbers, but none of these numbers repeated, so we're pretty close, we're good. Last question says, is it a linear function? Now there are two kinds of questions. Is it a function? Can it pass the vertical line test? Do you have any x's that repeat? Is it a function? Yes. But is it linear? Does this make a straight line? That answer is no. So please be sure you know the difference between those two questions in case they do try to trick you. Well, good luck. Make sure you're studying. Go on to Quizlet, practice the arithmetic review. If you like, you can continue working on these, and I'll be here every day in the Math Center. Have a great Christmas break.